Alright, so let's start our video about Fmge exam day preparation tips. So it doesn't matter how hard you work, how many hours a day you study in past. If you feel sleepy, if you arrive late in exam, or if you cannot concentrate, then these factors can negatively impact all the hard work you did for this exam. So having a great mindset, concentration power, and excellent plan is very crucial for this exam. So here are some important tips and tricks to approach your exam day, which will help you egg this exam. These ideas can be used for other examinations also, but in this video will be more focused about Fmge exam. So arrive in the city of your exam center a day before your exam date, because it's COVID time and it's not a smart idea to take the risk of transport problem. After you arrive there, find the hotel near to your exam center and book the room for the day of your exam and the day before it. For example, if your exam is on 18, then you should book the room for 17 and 18 at once, so you don't have any issues with booking on exam day. Next important point is be comfortable. So make sure you're comfortable with bedding, lights, windows and washrooms. Also make sure there is no loud noise. You don't want to have your room next to party hall. If you are not comfortable, then you can ask the hotel management to make some minor adjustments for you. Okay, so till evening what you should do. Alright, so till 7 p.m. you can do whatever you want. You can solve some questions, you can have a read on weak areas. For me, example, PSM formulas. So I really struggle with this cohort study and this biostats things. So and also eat, prepare yourself for exam, etc. But what you should not do is sleep. Don't sleep till that time, okay? And there's a reason behind that, and I tell you why you should not sleep there. So once it's 7 p.m. close your books, okay, and do not study after that time. Okay, so at 7 you should have dinner. 9:30 to 10 do some exercise. Don't overstretch, okay, or don't rigorously exercise if your body is not habitual of that. And exercise is important because ultimately what we are trying to do here is to sleep on time. So if your body is tired, then you will not have a problem in sleeping. So do some exercise, and at 10:30 have some hot water shower. And there is a reason why you should take hot water shower, because after bathing it reduces the temperature, and which is helpful for you to sleep easily. It also reduces the muscle tension and relax your muscles. So take hot water shower. 11 p.m. So at that time you should be on your bed. Having a good night's sleep is the single most important deciding factor of your exam. Don't try anything new if your body is not habitual of that. Suppose don't try to put earbuds in your ear if you never used them before. And if you have a problem in sleeping, then you can try the countdown technique, which I tried and it worked for me. So I will put the link in the description and you can go and read more about that. Do not watch time if you wake up in night. What happens is, like, our mind start counting hours left for sleep, which make it even more harder to fall asleep. So yes, 5 a.m. you should wake up. 5:30 a.m. get fresh. 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. study, and for few minutes don't do anything, just feel positive, have that positive attitude in yourself. 6:30 to 7 you should have breakfast, and in breakfast we are going to discuss what you should eat after few slides in diet section. So 7 to 7:30 get ready, okay? So wear some loose clothes and arrive to your exam center. If you arrive in exam center early, then avoid meeting too many people, and definitely don't start discussing topics. This will provoke anxiety and it's not good for your exam. So don't do that. It's not our 10th 12th board exam that we go there and we discuss topics, so don't do that. If someone asks me what's a very important part of your video, then I would say this part, the diet part. Yeah, what you eat is going to decide how your mind is going to perform on test day. So avoid food with high carb. So we all know that a favorite food of mine is glucose. Then why we should avoid food with high glucose or high carb? There's a reason behind that, and so let's understand the mechanism. So the food which increase the blood sugar level significantly, for example tea, this also stimulate the pancreas to increase the insulin. Okay, so it stimulate and increase the insulin, and once insulin comes in the blood, then it pushes the blood glucose level to peripheral tissue, and there will be transient hypoglycemia, which is also known glucose crush. So it's better to have food that slowly and continuously release carb in your blood and maintain your blood sugar level for long time. So let me put a graph also. So here is a graph. We are taking high carb meal, and what happening is like, so this graph goes up and then insulin kicks in, and this insulin squeeze the all blood glucose into the peripheral tissue. So we have this transient glucose crash. So you definitely don't want to have this in your exam day, because this is not good for your brain. Let's move to next slide. What you should eat then if you don't eat this. So you should have food with high protein and not just pure carbs, such as oats. You can take oats plus milk. You can eat egg, and I recommend you should have coffee. So you should also have coffee, but make sure it's without sugar. I repeat, it should be without sugar. You should reduce coffee intake a few days before exam to maximize the effect of coffee on your exam day. And you can also have some almonds. So while you are on the way to your exam, you can have some almonds in your pocket. And very important, last but not least, water. So make sure to have few sip of water in middle of your exam. And also have some general medicines for headache, nausea, diarrhea with you in advance. In case you need meds, then you don't need to rush to pharmacy. Okay, so 2 hours lunch break. Okay, it's not actually 2, coming out and going back in the exam hall and all the biometric scans and all the things. So purely you have 1.5 hour. What you should do in this thing. So first thing, you should avoid big lunch in this period because you don't want to feel sleepy in exam. Second, revise some PSM formulas or confusing things like cohort and cross-sectional. And third thing, I think it's a bit important that you should give your mind at least 15 minutes of rest after lunch. Okay, take the general ideas from this plan. It's okay if you are not able to follow it 100%. For example, it's totally fine if you have few sips of sweet beverage. Don't be too afraid of glycemic index. Also read the information on the admit card and guidelines carefully. That's it. Get up, roll up your sleeves and kill the remaining part of this exam. Alright, so I tried my best, and if you guys think there are more additional points we should be take care of during exam, then please feel free to write it in the comment section.